I recently picked up 2 new accessories that I kind of impulse bought for this camera, the DJI Pocket 3. This camera, the more I've been using it, the more I'm enjoying it. So I feel like it's time for an upgrade that's kind of fun. The first thing I picked up though, which is not as interesting, but I still think it's kind of an important little upgrade, is this. It's a KNF Concepts mount for the DJI Pocket 3. It's a metal mount with metal clips to lock into the Pocket 3. Very secure. It has no wiggle, unlike the one that comes with the Pocket 3. It's got a small profile. You can even have it sitting and standing on it, which is kind of neat. So it kind of works as a stand in a way. But yeah, it's a great little accessory, worth the money. I think it was like 26 bucks on sale, I think, on Amazon, Canadian that is. So pretty cheap for the Americans. It's got 2 different types of mounts on it, which is kind of nice. First one being the GoPro style little fins that magnet out of the way so that they're not in your way. And the second being the 1/4" thread, much like the original one. It still has the pass-through Type-C connection, which is great. So it does everything the other one does, but better. So I think it's worth getting if you want your camera to be a little bit more secure when it's mounted with this. Now that that's out of the way, because that is useful, but it's not super exciting like this other one I picked up. I picked up a 1.2 times squeeze anamorphic lens. If you don't know what an anamorphic lens does, it essentially will squeeze the footage and then in post you stretch it back out to get a wider field of view. It's kind of a wide angle lens, but only on one axis, not the top and bottom, just the side to side. And what that does for you is it gives you a very cinematic, as the term is, look, and it gives you that widescreen approach to it. It doesn't really improve the footage in any way, it's more of just having this look. What it also does for you as well is gives you those lens flares or those lines, like the Michael Bay look. And that kind of look just looks really cool and makes your footage look more interesting. So if you're doing something like, you know, car edits like I do, it could be something very interesting to add a little bit of style and flair to your footage. But yeah, let's go out and use the lens, get some footage, see how it looks, have a little fun with it, and then after I'll tell you my thoughts on it and what I think. But yeah, let's go do that. So there's an example of doing some cinematic sequences with the Pocket 3 using this lens with it stretched out. What do you guys think? Does it look pretty good? But I do think I have found my first inherent flaw with this lens. It's not really a big thing, but you can't turn the camera off easily with the lens on because it hits it and I don't want it to fling off or something along those lines. So it is a bit more work to use the Pocket 3, and it's supposed to be a quick and easy camera to use, but having to pull that lens off every time you turn it off and on, meaning you have to leave it on the whole time you're using it and you have to be more thoughtful with your shots, makes it a little bit more cumbersome. But you're not going to use this lens all the time. It's kind of a purpose thing, so take that as you will. But that would be one kind of con so far. But I don't know, if the image looks good, is it worth it? Well, what did you guys think of the footage? I think it turned out pretty good. It looks pretty cool. And so far, I think this little anamorphic lens is a really good accessory for this Pocket 3. But with that, there is some caveats, of course. 1, you do have that extra post work of de-squeezing the footage. And 2, the lens does have a little bit of a color cast based off of the quality of it. So if that doesn't bother you, not a big deal. And then the big con, or like really the only con in my opinion, is just the fact that using it on this camera is a bit more work because every time you turn the camera on and off, you have to make sure to remove it. So it is a bit more work, but if you're fine with that and are accepting that, not a big deal. You can, however, though, also use other filters with it because they're all magnetic and you can stack them. So if it's a bright sunny day, you can put that ND on there. Or if you want to have a look, you could put that mist filter on there with it. So keep that in mind. You can still do all that. Still works great. I didn't notice any vignetting or anything like that. One thing that is kind of cool though is with the new update on this camera, there's that new sensor crop zoom, that gives you a 40mm focal length, and I thought that looked very good with the anamorphic lens. So having that versatility with this new update of having different focal lengths makes it actually a lot more useful than you expect. So overall, I think the lens is a good buy. Not too expensive. It was 50 bucks Canadian for me, and it adds a cool look that's kind of fun. But I gotta say though, this little accessory, this KNF Concepts mount, I think is a must buy. This is very good, works really well, very secure. I was able to use it in some other mounts that I wasn't able to with the previous one, so I think that's really cool, and this is a great purchase. I think that you must have if you're using this camera a lot. But yeah, that's it for the video. If you found this useful, let me know in the comments down below, and if you have any questions, let me know. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.